This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Late evening, a lot has been happening across the nation and around the globe. And we will sum up all the news during the next 30 minutes as you're watching Headlines Now with me, Linda Hercules. But first, it's the top headlines. Class 12 CBSE Chennai zone once again tops the nation with an impressive pass percentage of over 91%. Just where can I fill up my fuel tank, asked Chennaiites. Fuel shortage expected to last for 2 more days. Amidst the fuel crisis in Chennai, Oil Minister confirms that diesel and LPG prices will remain untouched for now. As Jagan Mohan Reddy is sent to jail for 14 days, Andhra Chief Minister denies any Congress role in his arrest. There will now be one common entrance test for admission to engineering colleges in the country, including the prestigious IITs. It's Samajwadi Party versus the BSP on the first day of the UP Assembly session. Clash in the House over key issues. News in detail. What began as a diesel shortage a few days ago in the city escalated into a fuel crisis, causing inexplicable trouble to office goers and other commuters. The problem reportedly is no longer restricted to Chennai, as around 900 outlets in the city, Tiruvallur and Kanchipuram districts have been affected. Various segments of user associations have decided to call for a meeting to discuss how to deal with the situation.
Ever since there has been a rise in petrol price a few days back, there has been a rush of people in the petrol bunks. Most of the petrol bunks in the city are either closed, and those of which are open have such huge rushes. If the cameraman can just pan across the amount of people who are here to come fill petrols, just look at the amount of rush here. This petrol bunk apparently got open only by 4 o'clock in the evening. Till then it was closed, and there are people even with bottles over there coming and filling it up. The demand for fuel in the city has gone up so much ever since the petrol price hike, and it's mostly because of the shortage of Euro 4 fuel. The MRPL refinery and the CPRL refinery were closed for a month and over a week respectively, which created, which has led on to this much of damage. And besides, there are 2 tanker ships later to arrive with Euro 4 fuel at the Madras refinery, which might, ease up this situation a bit. So according to sources, this situation might go on for like a couple of days or more, and after the ships arrive, this might ease them down. Now let's talk to a few people here on how long they've been hunting for petrol. Hello, how long has it been since you've been hunting for petrol, and how long has it been since you've been waiting here?
Past 3 days we are struggling for getting the petrol, and we're standing for queue there's a huge queue standing here, and we are getting the petrol. It's very, very difficult for here. And moreover, this price hike is affecting to all people, not only for IT guys, the whole people at Chennai, especially in Chennai I'm talking about. It's totally impact the whole people.
Most of the petrol bunks which you've been frequenting have either been closed or this much of rushes.
Much of crowd is there. Most of the times the petrol bunks are closed. I'm seeing only, if you see in this OMC or OMR road, I can see only 2 petrol bunks are opening here, and most of the times it was closed. Really struggling to get petrol.
There is a petrol bunk over here 100 feet over from this place. They are creating a fake demand. Honestly speaking, they have a petrol in it, and when the customers are not being in a queue, they are just pushing the customers out of the place, and they are creating a fake demand, and these things are all fake demands, and I don't know what the government is doing, and they are threatening the people here, and this is nothing to do with the petrol price hike, and this is all a fake demand they are creating. Something the media has to do in it, and you are the people who have to take a decision against it.
Actually, this bunk was recently open in the sense about some 4 o'clock or something, and from that time itself there's a heavy rush here, and we came here about 1 hour back, and it's a very long crowd, and we are waiting, and for the past 2 days we are suffering like anything to get the petrol in any petrol bunks, and that's the situation here happening.
In a related issue, Oil Minister S. Jayapal Reddy has ruled out any price hike in diesel, kerosene and LPG for now. He added that no date has been fixed for a meeting of the empowered group of ministers whose consent is required for any increase in the prices of these three regulated commodities. Unlike petrol, prices of the three fuels are administered by the government, which also bears the subsidy burden for them. Sources have told NDTV that the group is likely to meet on the 2nd of June to discuss the problems faced by oil marketing companies and the subsidy sharing mechanism for diesel.
It was only a meeting of the interministerial group to look at the question of inflation.
Given the fact that hike in diesel prices will directly impact inflation and a lot of opposition on the ground due to petrol price hike, is it likely that diesel prices could be going up anytime?
I am not going to touch the price of LPG, kerosene, diesel, full stop.
Staying with the issue, with the ruling AIADMK and the DMK, which is part of the UPA, have announced protests against the steepest hike in petrol prices. The PMK joined the list and has announced its protest on the 2nd of June. In a strongly worded statement, PMK founder Ramadas has sharply criticized the union government for being responsible for the steep hike that has come as a huge burden to the common man. He also urged Chief Minister Jayalalitha to cushion the hike and provide a relief by reducing state taxes. Meanwhile, the VCK chief Tol Thirubamalavan, along with his party cadres, marched in bullock carts from the island grounds to the Memorial Hall to mark protests against the steep hike in petrol prices. The VCK chief held the UPA government completely responsible for hike in fuel prices 18 times during the past 3 years of its tenure. He also urged the government not to raise the prices of other petroleum products at any cost.
We condemn the attitude of our government. For the past 3 years, they have raised the price hike of petrol, diesel and gas 18th time. So this is not fair. Now we request the government to roll back the price hike. Otherwise, we will join with opposite parties on 31st Bharat Bandh.
Politburo member of CPIM Sitaram Yechuri announced that the party would observe a nationwide shutdown in wake of the petrol price hike by the Congress-led government.
On the 31st, there is an All India protest day that the left parties are going to observe. And this call we had given much earlier, and the form that it will take depends on the states. Where we are strong, it could be a statewide hartal. Otherwise, the various forms will be worked out by the state committees. For the 31st, we are going to observe it all over the country.
On to the top story of the day. Jagan Mohan Reddy, chief of YSR Congress, has been sent to judicial remand till June 11th by the special CBI court near Hyderabad. This means that Reddy will be in jail till a day before the by-elections are held for 17 assembly seats and 1 Lok Sabha seat in Andhra Pradesh, and so will not be able to campaign. The order came after the CBI's lawyer told the court that Reddy can no longer masquerade as a victim and that he had not cooperated during his interrogation over the last 3 days. The CBI, which has accused the politician of corruption, forgery, breach of trust by a public servant and cheating, had asked to keep him in custody for 14 days, but the judge sent him to judicial custody for that period instead.
The judge also preciously heard everything. After that, he pronounced 3 criminal MPs results. That is 1039 criminal MP, 1041 and 1052. Out of this, 2 applications are bail applications. Those applications are dismissed. And also, one is for the police custody. They are asking by the CBI. That is also dismissed by the honorable judge. The only thing is admitted is remanded to judicial custody.
CBI एक independent body, वो अपनी जिम्मेदारियां अदा करती है, कानून अपना काम करता है, और हम इस मामले में इससे ज्यादा कोई टिप्पणी करना नहीं चाहते.
We never instigated Jagan Mohan Reddy to make all kind of illegal money for him. We never told Rajshekar Reddy to do favors to his son. And if that is the conspiracy, let them speak out also. This is not the case. Totally, they have indulged. And we told 8 years back itself, last 8 years, if we go through the records, and we also printed one booklet called Raja of Corruption in Andhra Pradesh, And in every page if we go through, these are all facts, they are all coming out.
Speaking on the arrest, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Kiran Kumar Reddy said that the National or State Congress has no connection with the investigation into the disproportionate assets case against the YSR Congress chief.
The arrest yesterday of Mr. Jagannath Reddy, it's unfortunate that they are trying to make the arrest and investigation by CBI, which is being directed by the High Court in all aspects. The investigation was ordered by the High Court. The investigation is going on as per the direction of the High Court. The state government, nor the central government, nor the Congress party has got anything to do with the investigation or with the whole episode. The party people or Mrs. Vijayamma and others are trying to take political advantage out of this investigation and trying to blame the Congress party, the state government and the central government, which is totally false, and we condemn it.
On to the Pudukkottai by-elections. As per the final list released today, 20 candidates are in fray for the by-polls. However, it's a clear two-cornered fight between the ruling AIADMK and the DMDK. The filing of nominations that began on the 18th ended on the 25th, and out of the 31 filed nominations, 9 were rejected, while 5 candidates withdrew their nominations. The political weather is heating up by the day in Pudukkottai, as the 12th of June is not too far. But to much shock of the political parties in fray, a section of people threatened to boycott the by-polls, complaining of lack in basic amenities. Thousands of people from various localities staged protests and demanded the officials to look into their living conditions that lack even basic amenities like good drinking water, and warned that if it was not attended to, they will boycott the ensuing by-elections. On a joyous note, the Chennai zone students have emerged victorious with flying colours in the CBSE Plus 2 exams as the results were announced today. More than 60,000 had taken up the exams in March, and an impressive pass percentage of 91 has been recorded in the Chennai zone.
தமிழ்நாட்டை பொறுத்தவரையில் 7809 குழந்தைகள் இந்த தேர்வில் பங்கேற்றனர். அதில் 7463 பேர் தேர்ச்சி பெற்றுள்ளனர். மாணவர்களின் தேர்ச்சி விகிதம் 95.37, மாணவிகளின் தேர்ச்சி விகிதம் 95.85. சென்னை மண்டலத்தின் மொத்த தேர்ச்சி விகிதம் 95.57.
I secured 490 out of 500. I feel great, and this feeling is not explainable at all. And I would like to express my thanks and gratitude to my parents, my principal, vice principal and all my teachers to provide all the opportunities and encouragement required. And for my further studies, I would like to pursue computer science engineering or electronics and communications engineering in a reputed college, and then take it up to some special course in my masters.
More news on the other side of the break. Stay with us.